Freeports and why they're bad for the UK. Now, yesterday, I uploaded a video about a certain Freeport that happens to be located in East Midlands Airport. That particular Freeport was, polluting the River Trent with de-ice, killing aquatic life. Yeah, fish and all that, yeah. But Freeports have been popping up all over the UK since Brexit, which includes obviously East Midlands Airport and TeesSide. They're both mired with, pollution, disasters and dead crabs through dredging and what have you, apparently. So why are Freeports so bad for the UK? Well, if you don't know what Freeport is, it's basically, it's got its own economic zone. A bit like a little mega city. Yeah, well, that's what it's starting to look like. They allow, tariff-free trade outside of the United Kingdom. You've still got to have tariffs, will be added between the Freeports and the rest of the UK, though. So it's not going to benefit you, no, in more ways than one. For a start, Freeports allow users to opt out of society they operate in, yeah. It absolves them from tax and allows them to, to cuckoo's nest for their personal economic gain. Not your gain, no, not the taxpayers' gain, yours, no. Well, Freeports are bound to reduce the protections of workers, workers' rights and all that. Working time directive, etc., etc. Be a light touch on regulation. And it's all going to be done under governmental control. It'll be any legislation or any rules they've got to abide by will be via the contracts that are handed out. It's an easy way to, undermine Parliament, democracy. You're basically selling off democracy. Well, but where does this all end? Well, deregulation. Light touch regulation. Now, employers such as P&O ferries, what have you, they've already been benefiting from, P&O ferries. The company that own them, DP World, yeah, they're already benefiting from this because they got contracts with the government for Freeports. Now, this has already could lead to, a loss of taxes and what have you, but also could affect the pensions. So there'll be no, and obviously, and national insurance contributions. So, then what? As desperate measures are taken to make this policy work, because at the moment the TeesSide Freeport is actually struggling. It struggled on the it basically failed on conception. Well, Freeports increase the risk of criminality, using their ports, whether it be, for drug or human trafficking, etc. Counterfeit money even, or counterfeit goods. Or other, illicit activities. Which will have, quite frankly, a negative effect on our ability to trade with the EU. Or any country that has any kind of morals. Signed up for the ECH. European Court, yeah. European Commission for Human Rights, that's right. No. That's not the EU, by the way. Now, having a border around a port. Okay. The Brexiters, didn't they, scream about the Northern Ireland Protocol? About the border down the Irish Sea? With the Freeports, we've got flippin' borders surrounding each of the flippin' Freeports. Duh. Well, so yes, you can have a border around the port, and it increases more paperwork and costs, not just for obviously goods, but for people as well, to those using the port. Just look at Northern Ireland, for instance, and like I say, some of those Freeport, and with some Freeports, they're encompassing residential areas now as well. They're gobbling up bigger and bigger areas. Now, I made a video a while back actually showing you all the maps of the proposed sites. They're huge, like 66, 70 miles across. The regulation in Freeports has also been outsourced. to the operator of the Freeport, the ones who get the contract, who get all this money. Really? Is that really that wise? Especially that contractors are often based in the Saudi Arab Emirates, Dubai and places like that. Well, in fact, that's where DP World is based, Dubai. That's the same company that sacked 800 odd P&O workers. They literally shipped them off the boats. Well, that outrage lasted a long while, didn't it? No, it did not. Well, so P&O Ferries, that is owned by DP World. But it's a logistics company. And let's say it's based in Dubai. So nothing like shipping out, well, everything basically to foreign companies. This is another way of actually just offshoring money. No borders, nothing there to stop that money getting out. Well, P&O Ferries is owned, like I say, by DP World, and is a logistics company, and it's based in Dubai. And it's owned by the prominent Emirati businessman, the Sultan Ahmed, oh my God, I can't remember his name now, bin Sulayem. Anyway, it's a long name. And there will be a big increase in fees going to advisory companies. So you could argue there is going to be some work made, created because of these free ports. It just won't be in the United Kingdom, though. No. It'll go to companies that are based abroad or even artificial intelligence. Most definitely. Now, jobs such as planning, strategising, advising, lobbying on international comparisons, trade flows, tax and regulation. Well, jobs could simply be moved into the port with no real gain at all. If there is any jobs in the port. Well, there will be some, obviously. There'll be no gain for the actual local taxation to the coffers of your local authority, for instance. There'll be real losses, actually, in local areas. And it's going to force employees to travel further to work and lose their traditional worker rights, their protections. Now, this government, it intends to promote economic freedom for companies. Just not freedoms for you, hence you've lost your freedom of movement, for instance. Well, companies in these free ports will be able to do whatever they want, set within the contract for which is signed, which basically undermines Parliament. Like I say, that is not democracy. So much for your sovereignty. But when it comes to political freedoms, that comes a very poor second, because, look at Scottish independence, for instance. Local authorities may lose out from business rates cuts in Freeports and a loss of taxes from support businesses such as little SMEs, small to medium enterprise, and what have you. It won't be a barista to a plumber, maybe. Well, these are tax havens at the end of the day. They really are. And the government will get less money. Less money going to the exchequer to pay for services. And when this government says that it needs to raise more tax, then that, just means that somebody else is going to have to pay. It's just going to be those who aren't in the Freeport. Now, why should we subsidise those who want a free ride anyway, to be honest, by using a Freeport? Now, Freeports in the UK were abandoned by David Cameron. I can't remember if it was 2012 or 2013. Maybe you can leave it in the comments down below. But why? Well, because they didn't work. No. They cause other problems. So why repeat that mistake now? Why? It makes no sense. There again, it's all about rhetoric, isn't it? It's all about waving that little flag for Brexit. Because apparently Freeports are one of the benefits of Brexit. It's not. It's got nothing to do with it. I'll tell you what it is. It gives those with money a way of getting their money out of the country. A way of earning more money so they get that money out of the country. So we haven't just got asset holding companies, ring fencing. Well, they don't have to pay tax on any profits earned on assets in an asset holding company. If you're foreign, that is. But if you're a British citizen, you have to pay. It's just another one, another outlet for those with money to make more money. But you and I are those who are basically just working class individuals trying to keep a roof over your head and feed your children. You're the ones who are going to be, well, paying for their privilege. Shocking. It really is shocking. And there is, you know, you can argue with about Freeports if you like, but they're not going to work. If there was one in the UK, you could probably make it work, but you can't have, what's about 9? It's about 9 of them they're doing, 8, 9, or 11 Freeports. Quite a few anyway. They'll be competing with each other. It's disastrous. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. It doesn't make any sense at all. They go on about common sense, but this certainly is not it. There again, common sense is no longer common. Anyway, thank you for watching my little video about Freeports. No, I would like to know what you think about them, you know. Have I missed anything out? Might have done, might have not, I don't know. Please leave it in the comments down below. But if you want to support the channel, you do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee. And the links are down below. But also, we have memberships as well. So if you want to become a member of that and help support the channel that way, that's very much appreciated. We'll be having little perks on that as well, you see. So, anyway, I think I better get in the shade because I'm starting to melt. Yeah. So before I do, I'm going to go and say ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta.